Stars and Stripes Dinner, Dance, and Awards Banquet. My name is TJ Jean, and I will be your Master of Ceremonies this evening. If we could have everyone please take your seats at this time, silence your cell phones, and get ready as we start our program. If I could have everyone's attention, please. All right, thank you. Once again, on behalf of the Greater Rochester Chamber of Commerce, we thank you all for attending this annual event. We are delighted to have you here this evening. And I'd like to start this evening by thanking our event underwriters. And our first underwriter that we're going to recognize this evening is Eversource. So if I could have Ms. Kathleen Lewis of Eversource please come forward. We'd like to present Eversource with a plaque that states in appreciation for significant contributions to underwrite the Greater Rochester Chamber of Commerce Stars and Stripes 2017 Annual Dinner and Awards Banquet. So Kathleen, on behalf of the Chamber, thank you so much, and feel free to say a few words.
I'd love to say a few words. I'd love to welcome everyone this evening to the Greater Rochester Chamber of Commerce. I'm proud to serve on the board with my colleagues, TJ, and Laura, and I haven't seen Matt Bolio yet, but under his leadership, the Rochester Chamber is well served for the business communities. At Eversource, this area of the state is growing at twice the rate of the other regions of the state, and we're proud to call Rochester home. Many of our employees work here in Rochester, and I know we're in Berwick, but you know what I'm talking about. So they live and work in the Greater Rochester community, and we're proud to work with you. It's been a long winter for us. Lots of storms, lots of outages. For the municipal officials who are here, we appreciate your partnership. I hope everyone has an excellent evening. Thank you very much. We're proud to sponsor and have fun. Thank you, Laura. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Kathleen, and thank you to Eversource. And this evening we are very excited to have a co-underwriter, and that's Service Credit Union. So if I could please have Mr. Matt Bollier of Service Credit Union please step forward. There's Matt. And again, this plaque says in appreciation for significant contributions to underwrite the Greater Rochester Chamber of Commerce Stars and Stripes 2017 Annual Dinner Dance. There you go, sir. If you'd like to say a few words.
Thank you, TJ. Since 1957, Service Credit Union, we started providing financial services for those at Pease Air Force Base. 60 years later, we're still there with 36 branches throughout the United States, 14 in Germany, also 24/7 call center. We know the importance of supporting and appreciating your members, which makes sense why we partner with the Greater Rochester Chamber of Commerce, and why we're here tonight to show our support to the 2017 Business Leader of the Year and Citizen of the Year. I want to take my hat off for a second for Service Credit Union, put on my chairman hat from the Chamber of Commerce. And I want to personally thank all of you for coming here tonight, because this is what a membership is. We're here to support our leaders and our fellow businesses. So thank you everybody for coming. I'm going to hand this back to TJ and get off the microphone.
Thank you, Matt. And thank you to Service Credit Union. I'd like to take a moment to thank our corporate co-sponsors this evening. We have Access Sports Medicine and Orthopedics, Albany Engineered Composites, Frisbee Memorial Hospital, Lars Heating Systems Company, and Waste Management. So if we could have a round of applause for our co-sponsors. And this evening's sponsor of the $1,500 cash prize, Federal Savings Bank. Thank you, Federal Savings Bank. I'd like to thank our social hour sponsor, Albright Cleaning and Restoration. Thank you to them. I'd like to thank our registration sponsor, the Gaffney Home. Our program sponsor this evening is Eastern Propane and Oil. Thank you to Eastern. Our entertainment co-sponsors this evening are Bernier Insurance, Holy Rosary Credit Union, and Gregory D. Smith CPA. Thank you to all three of them. Our award sponsor this evening is MetroCast, so thank you to MetroCast. And our technology sponsor, Daystar Incorporated. Thank you all from Daystar. This is a very popular sponsor, the dessert co-sponsors. They are Oxford Networks, Profile Bank, and State Farm, Mike Testa. And those beautiful centerpieces that you have at your tables, those are on behalf of DF Richard Energy. So thank you to DF Richard. Just a few more sponsors here. We have the decoration co-sponsors. That would be Bank of New Hampshire and Kittery Point Construction and Development and Derek Peters. Thank you. And our official photographer for the evening, and those that were lucky enough to have their photos taken, that is on behalf of Tanya Lee Hervey Photography. So thank you, Tanya Lee. Appreciate it. We'd like to thank Studley Flower Gardens for providing the beautiful floral arrangements around the venue this evening. Yep, thank you. We certainly want to thank all of our table sponsors, and you'll notice that each table has a sponsor, so we thank all of our table sponsors for this evening. Thank you. All right, at this time, I'd like to take a moment and recognize some VIPs that are with us in attendance. When we will start off with Rochester Mayor, the Honorable Caroline McCarley, and her husband, Dan Harkinson. Welcome. I'd like to welcome Rochester City Councilor Donna Bogan and her husband David. I guess I'll be the school board representative tonight, yours truly, and my beautiful wife Jennifer. We have with us Rochester Police Commissioner Derek Peters and his wife Nancy. Rochester City Manager Dan Fitzpatrick and his wife Jackie. Rochester Police Chief Paul Toussaint and his wife Sarah. Deputy City Manager Blaine Cox. We have with us this evening Frisbee Memorial Hospital President and CEO John Marzinzik and his wife Diana. And Rochester Rotary President Michelle Mears. Rochester Main Street President, Rochester Main Street Executive Director Michael Provo. And with us from the Community Action Partnership, the Executive Director, Betsy Andrews Parker. And also with us, Rochester City Councilor, Sandra Keynes. All right, at this time, I'd like to recognize the Greater Rochester Chamber of Commerce board members who are in attendance. I'll ask all the officers to please stand up and remain standing, and we'll give them a collective round of applause at the end. With us is Chairman of the Board, Matt Bollier of Service Credit Union, Chairman-elect Keith Newton of DF Richard Energy, Vice Chair of Events and Fundraisers, Steve Cates of Waste Management, Vice Chair of Membership, Diane DeVries of True Marketing Communications, Vice Chair of Governmental Affairs, Kathleen Lewis of Eversource, our Treasurer, Ann Brown of Daystar Incorporated, and myself as the immediate past chairman. If we could have a round for the officers of the board. Right, our board members who are in attendance this evening, if you could please stand and we'll give you a round of applause at the end. We have Mike Hagan of Hagan's Motor Pool, Alan Johnson of Metrocast, Michelle Landry of Frisbee Memorial Hospital, Tori Martin of Yankee Thermal Imaging, Janet Oliver of Unitil, Derek Peters of Kittery Point Construction and Development, Charlotte Rollins of Federal Savings Bank. So thank you to all of our directors in attendance this evening. And of course, an event like this could not take place without our chamber staff. So if I could have the chamber staff please stand up and be recognized. We have Laura Ring, our chamber president, Aaron Cahill, our events and fundraiser coordinator, and Quincy Morin, our member services and communications director. If they could please stand. Thank you so much. And we have with us 3 volunteers this evening. We have Tori Gagnon, who is a student at Southern New Hampshire University, and Jim Gagnon, her father, of RCH Pavement Maintenance. Thank you so much. Well, this event certainly would not take place with some dedicated volunteers who worked tirelessly to make this event happen this evening, and I'd like to take a moment to thank all of them. This is the annual banquet committee members. If they could please stand, and we'll do a round of applause at the end. Starting with our committee chair, Ann Brown of Daystar Incorporated, Matt Bollier of Service Credit Union, Aaron Cahill of the Chamber of Commerce, Mark Farrell of Lars Heating Systems Company, Jerry Grossman of Jerome H. Grossman Law Office, Mary Henderson of Bank of New Hampshire, Derek Peters of Kittery Point Construction and Development, Julie Reynolds of Cornerstone VNA, Laura Rain from the Chamber of Commerce, Charlotte Rollins of Federal Savings Bank, and Kristen Welch from the Community Action Partnership. If we could give them all a big round of applause, thank you. We certainly want to take a moment to thank the wonderful staff here at the Red Barn, led by Jessica Wendell and Carly Hornang, and the entire staff for their assistance, hospitality, and the dinner which we are about to enjoy. So thank you to the Red Barn. I want to thank MLC Catering for preparing the delicious desserts that we're going to enjoy this evening. And we also want to have an additional thank you to True Marketing Communications for the invitation design, and a thank you to Holly's Designs for the Stars and Stripes design found on the invitations, programs, and the PowerPoint. And we want to thank Rochester Walmart for the donation of photo developing for all of the photos which were taken earlier this evening. So thank you to all of those sponsors. Once again, I want to announce some exciting raffles that we have this evening, starting with our grand raffle prize, and that is $1,500 cash, sponsored by Federal Savings Bank. And those tickets are $2 per ticket, or a book of 6 tickets for $10. Also, we have a couple other exciting raffles. We have a round of golf for 4 donated by the Lynx at the Outlook Golf Course, or a gift certificate to Hilltop Fireworks donated by Daystar Incorporated, or a $100 gift card to Lilac City Grill. Tickets for the event raffles are $5 each, and they will be on sale throughout this evening from Chamber staff members. All right, now we've got through all the sponsorships. It's time for the true meat of the evening, and that is the award presentations. And we will start with the Business Leader of the Year. The Business Leader of the Year award is the Chamber's most prestigious award, and it celebrates excellence in business leadership and community involvement. This award recognizes a Chamber member who has demonstrated leadership and provides support to the betterment of the business community and the greater Rochester area. The Chamber is pleased to present the 2017 Business Leader of the Year award to Mr. John Marzinzik of Frisbee Memorial Hospital, President and CEO. Now you get to stand up here as we read a lot about you. This is the fun part.
For you.
For me, right. John Marzinzik grew up in Randolph, Massachusetts. He received his Bachelor of Science in Business Administration from Northeastern University and a Master's of Business Administration from the University of Massachusetts. John's career in the medical administration field began 40 years ago in Dixon, Illinois. Because of John's thick Massachusetts accent, when going through the cafeteria line and requesting a fork, this sometimes got him in trouble. Thank you, Diana, that was a good one. From Illinois, John returned to New England, working at hospitals in North Adams, Massachusetts, and Exeter Hospital in New Hampshire, until coming to Frisbee Memorial Hospital. John has been a member of the administration team at Frisbee Memorial Hospital since 1993, serving as Senior Vice President and Chief Financial Officer. In 2015, he was appointed president and CEO. From that moment on, John instituted several changes and began implementing many new initiatives that have provided both immediate and long-term benefits for our community. Based on the 326 opioid and opiate-related deaths in New Hampshire in 2015 and climate, John championed the community's battle by teaming up with Rochester's Drug and Alcohol Prevention Coalition, Bridging the Gaps, and Rochester Police Department to have Frisbee become one of the first hospitals in the state to offer standing order prescriptions at pharmacies for Narcan, making it more widely available to counteract opiate overdoses. Following mass shootings in the country, John also teamed up with the Rochester Police Department and the Chamber of Commerce to educate the community on what to do if faced with an active shooter event. In 2016, the Rochester Community Recovery Center opened, marking a major milestone for Frisbee Memorial Hospital, as it was one of the first medical model organizations to embrace the recovery movement. Since its inception, the center has had over 80 site visits from individuals seeking treatment, as well as visits from those looking to learn more about the center's services for a family member or friends. Also in 2016, Frisbee launched a new community-based program to address food insecurity through its Community Meals Food Kitchen. Frisbee's Community Meals provides a free meal each week at Grace Community Church in downtown Rochester to individuals and families experiencing economic hardships. Frisbee also launched a new community base aimed at reducing healthcare costs associated with preventable hospitalizations. Frisbee's mobile integrated healthcare program is designed to mitigate gaps in care post-hospital discharge and reduce chronic disease-related health complications by bringing medical services to the home of individuals that have primary diagnoses of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, and congestive heart failure, CHF. Since its inception, Frisbee's community paramedics have provided over 60 home visits and have conducted over 130 patient follow-up calls. In addition to this, John has teamed up with local schools with the Frisbee Smiles in-school dental program, where Frisbee's hygienists and staff visit elementary schools to provide free dental screenings and in turn have decreased the number of untreated tooth decay in children. John also launched a medical mentoring program for Spalding High School students, which offers an opportunity for juniors and seniors interested in the healthcare industry to job shadow over at Frisbee Memorial Hospital. John's daughter Sarah, who is an elementary first grade teacher, indicated to her father that there are always scholarships for athletes and smart students, but not for the artistic students. This inspired John to start a high school art gallery in the back of the main lobby at the hospital, where 4 of the local school districts display art for a few months at a time. People come in and vote on their first choice for each display, and at the end of the year, after the votes are tallied, one $1,000 and 2 $500 scholarships are awarded to the top 3 artists. In the fall of 2016, John had the hospital hold a Touch-a-Truck event for the children of the community, and over 1,500 kids enjoyed 20 vehicles and were treated to hoodsies and hats. Regarding mental health, seeing another community challenge that offered no services, John took the lead in collaborating with area hospitals to improve access to mental health services. A site location has been identified in downtown Rochester that will make outpatient mental health services available this year. And regarding our veterans, this past year, John learned of a veteran at a community meal that took over 12 hours between shuttles from Rochester to West Roxbury, Massachusetts, and back to Rochester, just to obtain a chest x-ray. As John thought this was a burden, as there are no VA hospitals in the area, he began a program so that veterans can now receive care at Frisbee. 70 veterans signed up in the fall, and over 80 veterans signed up recently. This program will soon offer acupuncture for those veterans who experience post-traumatic stress disorder, as well as yoga and massage therapy to vets and their families, and free colonoscopies for veterans during the month of March. As you can see, John has a philosophy of doing whatever it takes to provide cutting-edge treatment to patients in our community, regardless of their ability to pay. He sees a person before he sees a patient. Regarding community contributions, in 2015, John endorsed financial contributions in the amount of $143,000 that benefited many nonprofit organizations located in the greater Rochester area. Many of these provided direct financial support to local schools, athletic, musical and theater departments, as well as municipal park and recreation departments, community food pantries, the Rochester Farmers Market, substance misuse education, and treatment programs. John recognizes the vital role the Chamber plays in our community, and as such, continues to provide financial and volunteer support to the Chamber in many ways, including its committees, scholarship program, events, and including the underwriting of the holiday tree lighting, publications, and hosting several of its programs at the hospital's Community Education and Conference Center. The Chamber recently developed an organization and program that will begin this fall known as Leadership Greater Rochester. As John is a supporter of developing leaders in our community, he immediately stepped up to have the hospital generously underwrite this valuable program. John is an active member of the Rochester Rotary Club. In addition to attending weekly meetings, John is a strong supporter of many Rotary activities. For the YMCA of Stratford County, John assisted them by hosting their annual Reach Out social at the hospital, and for their summer day camp program. The hospital provides backpacks with supplies and lunches every day. For Hope on Haven Hill, the hospital sponsored a Christmas concert and purchased 400 tickets to give to the staff and family members of the hospital so that they could attend. Proceeds from ticket sales, merchandise, and donations benefited the organization. And Frisbee also participated as a platinum sponsor for the first ever Foley Run, a community event held in Rochester and around the world that was created in memory of James Foley of Rochester, the American journalist who was murdered by ISIS several years ago. Now, regarding awards that the hospital has received, John involves all members of senior management in the decision process, allowing differences of opinion as well as free and open discussion. His leadership motivates staff to accomplish great things. Frisbee Memorial Hospital has received numerous awards, honors, and recognitions for demonstrating an ongoing commitment to patient safety, satisfaction, and health outcomes, including the top hospital in New Hampshire for patient safety by Consumer Reports, Patient Safety Excellent Award for the second year in a row by Health Grades, a 4-star rating for its outstanding patient care from the Federal Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, a Merit Award for Quality Diabetes Education Program, a Quality Honor Roll for acute care hospitals whose performance is among the 25% by Harvard Pilgrim, and a 2017 Women's Choice Award as one of America's best hospitals for patient safety. And a very prestigious award. In 2016, Frisbee Memorial Hospital was named Business New Hampshire Business of the Year. In 2016, John received a 2016 New Hampshire Scholars Champion Award for demonstrating a commitment to advancing partnerships and dedication to student success by the New Hampshire Scholars. This evening, John is receiving the Business Leader of the Year Award from the Chamber of Commerce. And next month, John will receive the Good Scout Award from the Daniel Webster Council of the Boy Scouts. My goodness, you're a busy guy. His professional affiliations, John serves on the board of directors for the Medical Mutual Insurance Company and is on the board of directors of the Yankee Alliance. Member of the New Hampshire Hospital Association Advocacy Task Force as well. John resides in Elliott, Maine with his wife Diana and has 2 daughters and 2 stepsons. Both daughters are dating men with the name Brian Paul, so John refers to them as BP1 and BB2. That's good. John Marzinzik has made a tremendous and positive impact in such a short time, contributing greatly to the overall health and vibrancy of our community. Rochester and Frisbee Memorial Hospital are very fortunate to have his true visionary and highly respected, dedicated leader among us. So, before we turn it over to John, we have 2 very short video clips that we wanted to share with all of you. The first is from students at William Allen School, and the second is from Lieutenants Justin and Marissa Strausser, Navy pilots stationed in Virginia Beach, Virginia, who are expecting twins for your first grandchildren, along with their puppy, Red. So if we could please focus your attention to the 2 screens at either side of the room. Or just this one. while they're working on the video, I do have a letter that I'd like to read that came to us from the Honorable Jean Shaheen, United States Senator. And it reads, "Dear John, it gives me great pleasure to join your family, friends, and community in congratulating you on being named the 2017 Rochester Business Leader of the Year by the Rochester Chamber of Commerce. As a business leader in Rochester, you have demonstrated leadership and excellence in your community and business endeavors. Each year, the Rochester Chamber of Commerce honors a business leader who goes above and beyond in contributing to the business community, the Chamber, and beyond. You have exemplified this award through your time as Senior Vice President and Chief Financial Officer and as President and CEO of Frisbee Memorial Hospital in Rochester. You have led several efforts to branch the work the hospital does with service to the community, including working to fight the opioid epidemic in Rochester and throughout the Access area. The work you have done to make Frisbee a center of civic involvement is a testament to your commitment to serving others and improving the community. Your leadership and service is an inspiration and serves as a reminder of the impact one person can have on improving his or her community. Thank you for all that you have done as a business leader in Rochester. Congratulations once again, and best wishes to you as you continue your good work. Sincerely, Jean Shaheen, United States Senator." We're going to give the videos one more try here. All right, while they're working on restarting that, I am going to introduce to you the 2017 Business Leader of the Year, Mr. John Marzinzik.
Thank you very much. To say this is slightly overwhelming is an understatement. For all that we've accomplished this past year, you can't think that one individual is going to do this. I have my family with me tonight, very emotional, very special. I had no clue they were coming. My wife Diana, 8,175 nights ago, we went on a blind date. And every day, every single day, I thank God that she's in my life. Okay. I have my senior team with me tonight. You know, you are very blessed to have Frisbee in this community. And not for my purposes, but you have the most talented senior team that any community hospital could wish for. They've been here for everything that we have done, for all of the advancements we've made in the community, all the programs that we have started. They're in the thick of things. I may come up with these ideas, they shake their heads and cringe, and then all of a sudden they make it reality. And that's what we need to do to keep moving forward. Rochester has been a very personal part of my life since 1993, and I have adopted it as my community. And I am very passionate about Rochester. You know, for all the comments made about what we are and what we may not be, we are the best, hardworking, caring community in New Hampshire. And I don't take that lightly. For every program that we have started, whether it be the opioid, whether it be with the kids at the schools, high school students that we have come into the building, working with the YMCA and their wonderful summer program for homeless children going into junior high. What a fabulous, fabulous program. To be able to be a partner to that is a privilege. We changed the scope of the way we looked at our community 2.5 years ago. We exist not for the community. We exist to be the leaders of health management in this community. We have adopted population health to the greatest extreme. We believe that we are responsible for the health and the well-being of this community. We define that as whether it be physical, mental, or spiritual. You know, we try to be involved in every aspect of the community that we think we can make a difference. And we're not going to stop. You know, there's a lot of words that were read tonight. And words are fine, but we need action. We need movement forward. We need new programs. We need to reach out to the beautiful kids that we have in our community. And you know, one story I'll tell you with these youngsters that come in. These are the elementary schools. We have them come up. We have a spot between the main lobby and surgical daycare where we actually hang all the kids' pictures in the kindergarten to 4th grade. And we have them come up on a bus, and I have an artist reception for them, and we come down and we talk about why is this important. And we talk about Frisbee is involved in the healing business. We heal patients, physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever it may be. And the patients come into Frisbee, they're afraid, they're scared. Grammy and Grampy might be upstairs and they're sick. And that with the beautiful artwork that they bring to us, that it makes patients and visitors stop and smile. It makes them happy. It makes them help us heal patients. So we bring them up and we say thank you. The 3rd school we had up, a mom came up to me and said, my daughter didn't want to come today. And I asked her why. Was she afraid? Did she have a bad experience at the hospital? And she said, no. Her father just passed away in a Boston hospital 2 weeks ago of a brain tumor, and she thinks people go to the hospital to die. I was very taken back, very apologetic for doing this, and she said, no, you've got to hear the rest of it. Between your talk of helping to heal patients and the cookies, the punch of cookies we have around the corner as they go running by after the picture, she said, Mom, I'm going to be okay. Because my picture's going to help heal patients so they're not going to die like Daddy. That's the impact that we all have the ability to make in our community. That's one 2nd grader that looks at the world differently. For all that we have an opportunity to do as a community in Rochester, we have no boundaries. Boundaries are self-imposed. For all the things that we can do together to move the programs, the community forward in a positive manner, we're in. Frisbee is in lock, stock, and barrel. Whatever it takes to partner with a positive program going forward, Frisbee is committed to say yes. I can't thank you enough for making this recognition to me. I am very overwhelmed by this. I am very humbled by standing up in front of you tonight. And I thank you for that. Thank you all very much.
All right, the good news is we've got the videos going. So if everyone could take a seat, and if you could please draw your attention to the screen on this side of the hall over here. Go for it.
Mr. Marsden from William Allen School. Virginia Beach. We couldn't make the drive up, but we wanted to say congratulations to John. We're so proud of you. We wish you could be there to celebrate with you guys, and hopefully we'll get to see everybody soon. We love you guys. Have fun. And one more person wants to say hi.
Congrats.
Oh, Little Red says hi and congrats too. We miss you guys. Love you. Bye.
That's awesome. All right, one more round of applause for the 2017 Business Leader of the Year, John Marsden. All right, next we will move to the 2017 Citizen of the Year. The Citizen of the Year award is presented to an individual who has demonstrated an outstanding commitment to the community and has made significant contributions to the vibrancy and strength of the greater Rochester area. I am delighted and honored to announce that the 2017 Citizen of the Year is Dr. Walter Horman of Lilac City Pediatrics. Walter received his Bachelor of Science in Biology and Psychology from Bates College. He received his Doctor of Medicine from the University of Connecticut School of Medicine in 1985 and completed his pediatric residency training program at the University of Connecticut School of Medicine in 1988. Upon graduating from med school, Walter became a resident of Rochester, New Hampshire. He served as pediatrician at Rochester Pediatrics beginning in 1988 and then became owner and pediatrician with the opening of Lilac City Pediatrics located at 180 Farmington Road in Rochester in 1996. He has served as a dedicated pediatrician serving the children of the Seacoast of New Hampshire for over 30 years. Walter is certified with the American Academy of Pediatrics. He completed the Leadership New Hampshire program in 2001. Walter generously served his community, serving as a city councilor from 1996 to 2001, mayor of Rochester from 2002 to 2004, past president of the Rochester Rotary Club from 2007 to 2008. Walter continues to support our political process by welcoming multiple presidential candidates and housing volunteers and foreign students annually. Walter is one of the founders of the Lilac City Family Fun Fest that brought thousands to downtown Rochester for many years. He participated in the Chamber's Downtown Summer Festival for several years, raising funds in the dunking booth. Now that sounds like fun. Walter has been a member of the Greater Rochester Chamber of Commerce since 1996. He has also been a member of the Rochester Rotary Club since 1995 and served as Rotary Club president from 2007 to 2008. He has been bestowed as a multiple Paul Harris Fellow. Much of his giving has been to Polio Plus. Being a pediatrician, he obviously cares about this Rotary project. Walter became a certified race director and has helped several organizations raise funds with their 5K races, including Howie's Field of Dreams 5K from 2010 to 2013, the Pumpkin 5K benefiting Boston Children's Hospital 2013. He generously contributes to several community organizations, including the Rochester Opera House, the Monarch School of New England, Rochester Rotary Club, where he sponsored several missions and was recognized with several awards for his many contributions, Arts Rochester, now Soul City Dance, where he has done henna tattoos at their events, coaching youth soccer, and supporting Roger Allen baseball. Walter also serves on several committees throughout the Seacoast region promoting the health of our youth. He has also been instrumental in working with the state of New Hampshire on lead poisoning prevention. Walter also makes house calls, but not for medical reasons. He reads bedtime stories to his patients, and many patients of his patients sign up. Walter stated that reading to children before they fall asleep is just as important as brushing their teeth or putting them into pajamas, and it's never too early to start reading books to kids. With the increased number of electronic devices used before bedtime, Tablets and cell phones tell our brains not to produce melatonin, the sleep hormone. He emphasized how important it is to read to your child at bedtime because it gives them the joy of reading and helps them to relax and go to sleep. As you all know, James Foley was a courageous young journalist who dedicated his life to caring for others through freedom of speech and democracy. He reported on injustices from across the globe, including some of the most dangerous areas. After 2 years in captivity, he was murdered by ISIS terrorists in 2014. In 2015, Walter founded what is now known as the annual James Foley Run to benefit American hostages, press freedom, and vulnerable children. He organizes celebratory 5K run in Rochester, complete with music and free food and beverages, and conceived of a virtual run, inviting friends of Jim's from around the world to join together to remember him and raise funds for those without a voice. In the first year, $75,000 was raised for the James W. Foley Legacy Foundation. Walter has received the Patient's Choice Award in 2008 and 2011, Compassionate Doctor Award in 2011. Lilac City Pediatrics has also been recognized as one of the top vaccinating practices in New Hampshire. Walter received a humanitarian award from the Rochester Maine 2016 for his efforts in organizing the annual 5K race in memory of James Foley. Walter resides in Rochester with his wife Mary Ellen. He is the father of 3 adult children. His son Alex, who could not be here this evening as he is with his wife, are expecting their first child at any time. And his 2 daughters who are here, Gwen and Abby. When he is not giving his time to various charities and organizations, Walter enjoys spending time hiking, running, and being with his family. Please join me in honoring Rochester's 2017 Citizen of the Year, Walter Horman.
Well, about an hour and a half ago, I was knee-deep into a home improvement project here, and Mary Ellen comes up to me and says, "You're going home and putting on a suit." And I'm like, "Going home and putting on a suit? I got 2 more hours work here." And she says, "Nope, you're coming with me." And she obviously gets an A+ on keeping secrets, because I had no idea this was coming. So, obviously, Mary Ellen, I'd be lost without you. So. I definitely knew something was up when my lovely daughters were here, and Alex and Melissa are down there getting closer and closer to that grandchild, John. We're really close together here, so it'll be fun to have the title Gramps added to my repertoire here. Again, I really am honored that a couple of years ago I approached Diane Foley, and she liked the idea of us proposing this road race. This is a very dangerous time, and we need to support people like Jim, and there's a lot of them out there. And fortunately, the road race was something I could do. So, again, it's been nice that the community's come around us, and John, I'll be over for our check. John Marzinski promised to support the race for 5 years, not just 1 year, so I'll be over for the check sometime soon. But let's have a round of applause for Christian for sponsoring the race for 5 years. And several other of you are in this room are sponsors too, and there's plenty of room for other sponsors. So right now we're going to get the sponsors for October 14th, 2017, so feel free to approach me. I'll take business cards. Anybody wants to help sponsor the race. It is an opportunity for Rochester to really be out there for the rest of the world. The virtual race is a really interesting idea in that we had people thinking about Rochester and centered on Rochester from everywhere in the world. Turkey, France, England, all over the place. They're emailing us, they're sending us videos, and they're all thinking about the race at the same time it's happening in Rochester. So it really is one of those unique opportunities where Rochester can reach out and make a statement to the rest of the world. And again, There's lots of journalists out there who need our support. And Diane, you're an inspiration as far as how hard you're working on this. So can we have a moment of applause for Diane? So again, thank you very much for this honor and to receive it from another mayor who took over. we're all in a club here as far as mayors and soon to be former mayors, or maybe not so soon to be former mayors. It's been a pleasure. I'm still trying to get you to run again. So again, thank you very much for this honor, and it's been a good almost 30 years in Rochester.
Hey, Tyler, 1 second. We also have a letter to read to Dr. Horman from Jean Shaheen. And this letter reads, Dear Walter, it gives me great pleasure to join your family, friends, and community in congratulating you on being named the 2017 Rochester Citizen of the Year by the Greater Rochester Chamber of Commerce. This award is a testament to the tremendous work you've done on behalf of your community and your commitment to serving others. As a longtime resident of Rochester, you have done a great deal to improve the lives of your neighbors through countless hours of service and selfless acts. You have been an integral part of the community, serving as mayor, deputy mayor, and a city councilor in Rochester. Your work as a pediatrician at Lilac City Pediatrics, as a member of the Rotary Club of Rochester, and as a race director for various road races and charities, as well as your efforts to advance the arts and cultural scene in Rochester, are also a testament to your commitment to serving others and lending a helping hand to your neighbors. Your service is an inspiration and serves as a reminder of the impact one person can have on improving his or her community. Thank you for all that you have done for your community, state, and country. Congratulations once again, and best wishes as you continue your good work. Sincerely, Jean Shaheen, United States Senator. So once again, a big round of applause for our 2017 Citizen of the Year, Dr. Walter Horman. All right, at this time, I do want to take a moment to thank somebody who is doing very hard work this evening, and that's Mr. Tim Kremen of Kremen Creative, who is actually taping this to be rebroadcast at Metrocast. So thank you to Tim of Kremen Creative. All right, knowing that I'm the last thing between you and dinner, I'm going to wrap it up right here, and we'll see you shortly. Thank you, everybody.